Good day everyone. So this is Mr. Joseph M. Makalalad and I will be discussing the chapter 2 matrices and its operations. So we have matrices and its operations. Let's go for the definition of matrix. A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers in a form of this. So kung mapapansin nyo sa ating presentation, okay, we have this matrix A which is equal to this matrix. So we have elements in it. So we have A11, A12, dot 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 A1n. Then we have also A21, A22, dot 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 A2n. And we have also A sub M1, A sub M2, and A sub Mn. So, binasa ko lang siya as A11, A12 kasi para mas madaling basahin. But it is read as A sub 11, A sub 12, and A sub 1n, and also A sub 21 and A sub M1. Okay? So, that is the definition of a matrix. Next, the numbers in the array are called the elements of the matrix. Okay, so yung mga, kung babalikan natin kanina, ayan, so di ba sabi dito is, yan. So we have the numbers in the array are called the elements of the matrix. So, balikan natin yung matrix natin kanina, yung sa previous presentation. Ayan. So, itong mga elements na to, ayan. So, itong mga A11, A12, A21, and A sub M1 is are the elements of the matrix. Okay? And matrix A has size M cross N, or read as M by N. So, we read this as M by N. Okay? So, M, the letters M and N stands for rows and columns respectively. So, yung ating M is for our rows and N is for columns. So, laging tatandaan yun ha. M, okay, so M is for rows and N is for columns. Okay, so alam naman kung ano ang rows at columns. Ano? Ang rows is yung papaganyan. Then yung columns is yung pababa. Okay? In matrix notation, a row matrix or 1 by n matrix can be represented by this. Ayan. So this is our 1 by n matrix. So since we have one row and as you can see we have n columns, or a column matrix m by 1 by this. So this is our column matrix or m by 1 matrix. So m by 1, since yung ating number ng rows is infinite, so kaya siya m. So 1, 2, up to this, then 1 rows, one column lang siya. Ayan. Okay, so paano natin siya babasahin? So, ganito lang kasi class yung way kung paano natin mas maiintindihan yung mga elements. So, for example, you have A sub Mn. So, itong M na to is the rows. And itong N naman is for the columns. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, ayan, A11, ibig sabihin, A, first row, and first column. Okay? Then for this, A21 naman, okay, A21, 2 kasi pangalawang row siya, di ba? First row, second row, then first column. Kaya siya A22. So, anong sunod dito? So, ito ay A21. Tama. A31, sorry. A31 na siya kasi pang third na row and pang first na column. So, laging tatandaan dito, ayan. So, A sub Mn, M is for rows and N is for columns. Okay? Next, we have the square matrix. Okay? Square matrix is an array of numbers having the same number of columns n rows, that is m is equal to n. The numbers A11, A22 up to ANN form the diagonal. Okay? So, or form the main diagonal. Okay? So, hindi ko lang siya mabasa kasi merong nakalagay na timer doon. Okay? So, pag sinabi naman class na square matrix is, dapat is same number sila ng columns and rows. Or that is, M is equal to N. Okay? So, these are examples of square matrix. So, we have A is equal to matrix 0, 2, 1, and 3. Okay? So, as you can see, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So, since parehas yung M and N niya, then, yun nga, example siya ng square matrix. Then, for this, this is a 1 by 1 matrix. Then, example also siya ng square matrix. Then, for this is a 3 by 3 matrix, and for this is 4 by 4 matrix. Okay, and so on, and so forth. Basta pag sinabi nating square matrix, okay, dapat is same number ng columns and rows. Next, we have the diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix is a square matrix for which every term of the main diagonal is 0. So, pag sinabi naman nating diagonal matrix, dapat daw dun sa given matrix, lahat ng elements na hindi kasama or hindi yung main diagonal is dapat ay 0. So, pag sinabi kasi nating main diagonal, so this is our main diagonal. Ayan. And sabi daw, ang diagonal matrix is a square matrix then for which every term of every term of the main diagonal is 0. So as you can see, lahat ng elements of the main diagonal is dapat daw 0. Ayan, para masabi natin siyang diagonal matrix. Okay? Next, we have the scalar matrix. So, scalar matrix is a diagonal matrix for which all terms on the main diagonal are equal. Okay? So, ang sabi naman sa scalar matrix, it is a diagonal matrix daw. Meaning, lahat dapat ng elements of the main diagonal are 0. Okay? And also, all terms of the main diagonal are equal. Okay, so dapat din daw is lahat ng elements ng ating main diagonal are equal. Okay, so yun ang sinasabi naman kapag scalar matrix. Next, we have the equal matrices. Equal matrices are matrices having the corresponding elements equal. So, ibig sabihin, doon na, ayun, alam na, equal matrices, meaning, we are comparing two or more matrices. Then, since sinabi dyan is equal matrices, then dapat yung mga matrix natin is pare-parehas or equal sila. So, as you can see, for the example number 1, we have matrix A and matrix B. They have the same elements. You have 3, 2, 5, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2. 3, 2, 5, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2. Then, we can say that A and B are equal matrices. Okay? For example 2, we have matrix C, which is equal to 1, 3, 2, 2x3, A1W. And matrix D, we have 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, and 3, 1, 0. But as you can see, here in matrix C, meron tayong mga variables. But, sabi dito, thus matrix C and D are equal if A is equal to 3, X is equal to 1, and W is equal to 0. Okay? Kung papalitan natin yung mga variables na to, so we have 3, 1, and 0. And as you can see, equal lang din siya kay D. Okay? So that is for the equal matrices. Next, we have the zero matrix. So, zero matrix is a matrix having zero entries. So, basically, pag sinabing zero matrix, lahat ng elements niya is 0. So, yun lang naman yung sinasabi ng zero matrix. Next, we have the identity matrix. So, for identity matrix, It is a square matrix whose elements in the main diagonal are all 1 and for which every term of the main diagonal is 0. Okay? So, examples of identity matrices are, so we have I sub 2, okay? And also we have I sub 3. So, ayan, mapapansin nyo, yung main diagonal natin is 1, 1, and yung ating elements of the main diagonal are 0, then we can say that this I sub 2 is an identity matrix. Here we have I sub 3. Bakit I sub 2 and I sub 3 yan? Kasi this identity matrix is denoted by I sub n, wherein n is the, since sinabi diba, square matrix siya, so basically, parehas lang yung m at n niya. So this is 2 by 2 and this is 3 by 3. Then kaya siya naging I sub 2 and I sub 3. So as you can see here, so all 1 lang yung diagonal and the other elements of the main diagonal are 0, then this I sub 3 is also an identity matrix. And also, we have this I sub n or yung infinite elements yung meron dun sa ating matrices. As you can see, ayan, or just ating matrix, sorry. And so, yung 1 is our main diagonal. Okay, and the all other elements of the main diagonal are 0. So, this is also an example of identity matrix. Next, we have the coefficient matrix and matrix constant. So, dalawa yung pag-uusapan natin dito. So, we have the coefficient matrix and matrix constant. So, from the linear system of n equations of n unknowns or from n unknowns, so the matrix A, ayan, so meron tayong matrix A is equal to this matrix. So, we have A11, A12, A1n, A21, A22, A2n, AM1, AM2, and AMN is called the coefficient matrix. So, this is our coefficient matrix. So, basically, there are some examples na ganito yung ginagawa. So, for example, di ba na last discussion natin dun sa ating systems of linear equation, there are examples ng mga linear equations na given. So, for example, meron tayong equation 1 and equation 2. So, we have, for example, is 3x plus 2y is equal to 5 and 2x plus 6y is equal to 4. Okay. So, for example, gawin itong aking equation 1 and equation 2, gawin ko siyang coefficient matrix. So, paano ko siya gagawin coefficient matrix? So, ganito lang yung mangyayari. So, we have A is equal to, so, kukunin lang natin yung mga coefficient niya. Ayan. Sorry, hindi pala ito kasama. So, coefficient matrix. Yung coefficient lang. So, we have 3, 2, 2, and 6. Okay? So, this is our coefficient matrix. While the matrix naman, which is matrix constant, so itong matrix constant naman are yan, yung mga constant natin. Okay? So, these are yung ating mga constant. Ayan. So, we will have 5 and 4. Ayan. So, this is our matrix constant. Okay? So, from this given equation, nakakuha tayo ng coefficient matrix, which is this, by getting the coefficients. Ayan yung mga coefficients lang. So, hindi kasama yung variable. Then, this is our matrix constant. Sir, what if negative naman po? So, for example, gawa pa ulit tayo ng dalawang equation. So, we have, for example, x plus 2y is equal to 4 and negative 3x minus y is equal to 6. Okay. So, paano ko naman gagawin yung coefficient matrix? So, we have this. A is equal to, so, ang coefficient matrix class is yung, ito lang hindi kasama yung equal. Pag sinabi natin kasing matrix constant, yun yung nasa equal niya. Okay? Ito yung ating coefficient matrix, then ito naman yung ating matrix constant. So, pag dito, paano natin siya gagawin? So, we have ang x, basically, kapag matic naman, na pag x siya is meron di ba siyang may 1 yan. Okay, so hindi lang sinasama yung 1. So, we have 1, then 2x, I'm sorry, 2y. So, we have 2. Then, this, ano to? So, negative 3. Yan, pag negative. And this is negative y, so it is negative 1. Okay? So, what if naman tatlong variable? Okay, so gawa tayo dito. Ayan, damihan natin ng example ha. So, gawa tayo ng dalawang equation ulit. Tatlong variable. And for this, paano naman sir pag may 0? So, paano nagkakaroon ng 0 sa matrix from equations? Okay, so for example, we have 2x minus y plus 3z is equal to 7. Then next we have y minus 2z is equal to 4. Okay. And sige, 3. Gawin natin tatlo. So we have 5x plus 2y is equal to 6. Ayan. So, ito yung another example. So, gawin ko tong coefficient matrix. Okay? So, pala dito, class, dito sa, dito ha. Ano ang kanyang matrix constant? So, ang matrix constant niya is 4 and 6 lang. Ganyan lang. Okay? Kumbaga yun nasa equal lang. Yun yung ating matrix constant. So, dito naman tayo. So, gawin ko lang yung coefficient matrix niya. So, we have matrix A. So, since 3 by 3 siya. Okay? So, we have 2 negative y, so negative 1. Then 3z, so 3. Then, di ba dito walang x? So, pwede natin siya lagyan ng 0x plus. So, 0x, so magiging 0 siya. Then, y, so 1. Then, negative 2z, so negative 2. Then, 5x, so we have 5. Then, we have 2y, so we have 2. Then, wala siyang z, so pwede siyang plus 0 z, so we have 0 here. So, this is the coefficient matrix. Okay, so this is the coefficient matrix of this linear equations. Okay, then paano naman yung kanyang matrix constant? So basically, ganun lang din siya. So 7, 4, and 6. Okay, ayun. So that is for the coefficient matrix and matrix constant. Okay, next. Next, we have the augmented matrix. Augmented matrix is a matrix where constant is joined to the coefficient matrix. Okay? So, wait lang at lobat. Okay, so ayun. Let's go back to augmented matrix. So, pag sinabi augmented matrix, yung matrix constant natin is nako-combine na dun sa coefficient matrix. Kasi kung babalikan natin, sige, balikan natin yung coefficient at yung matrix constant. So, kung mapapansin nyo, magkahiwalay pa yung matrix dito. Okay? Yung coefficient matrix and matrix constant. But, if we are going to combine coefficient matrix and matrix constant, so we will have the augmented matrix. So, as you can see, we have here the, ayan. So, this is the coefficient matrix. Okay? Coefficient. Ayan. So, sulat ko pa rin, di ba? And also, and here we have this is our matrix constant. Okay? Constant. Ayan. Diba, sinulat ko pa. Or for example, gawa tayo ng augmented matrix. So, for example, gawa tayo dito ng tatlong equation. So, we have x plus y plus z is equal to 2. 2x plus 3y minus 4z is equal to 5. And 6x plus 6y minus 6z is equal to 3. Okay? So, gawin natin yung augmented matrix. So, pag ginawa natin yung augmented matrix is dapat sa iisang matrix magkakasama na yung ating coefficient matrix and yung ating matrix constant. So, gawin natin dito. So, we have 3 by 3 matrix. Okay? So, gawan lang natin din ng separation for the ating matrix constant. So, we have x plus y plus z is equal to 2. So, we have 1, 1, 1, 2. Then, we have 2, 3, negative 4, and 5. Then we have 6, 6, negative 6, and 3. So, this is our augmented matrix. Okay? Magkasama na yung ating coefficient matrix and matrix constant sa iisang matrix. Okay? Next, we have the matrices operations. So, these matrices operations are useful in the applications of matrices. Okay? So, first, we have the matrix addition and subtraction. So, basically, this is just adding and subtracting number. But, it is in the matrix. Okay? So, sabi dyan, two or more matrices can be added and subtracted provided that those matrices have the same number or rows, or same number of rows and the same number of columns. That is, only matrices of the same size. So, ibig sabihin, ang pwede lang nating ipag-add or ipag-subtract na matrices is yung parehas ang size. Okay? So, yun. Alam naman natin yung mga sizes ng matrices. Una natin binabasa is the row and column. So, for this given, we have example matrix A. So, matrix A is, anong size nito? Okay, so ang size niya is, di ba, ang pagbasa class is 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2 ang kanyang 2 by 3 siya since it has 2 rows and 3 columns. Also for this matrix B and C, 2 by 3 din sila. Okay? So let's continue. Ayan, so let's solve this. We have A plus B plus C. Okay, since pare-parehas naman yung size ng ating matrices, then we can add or subtract at the same time using the given matrices. Okay, so sulat lang natin. Ayan, so nakasulat na yung mga given matrix and we have also the operations. Siyempre, from this A plus B minus C. Okay, ayan, so kailangan lang natin gawin is to apply the operation. So, plus and minus. So, pwedeng sabay-sabay na. So, we have 1 plus 5 minus 2. So, 1 plus 5 is 6 minus 2 is 4. Ayan. So, kung dito sa second part na to is pinag-add muna itong dalawa. Then, saka minus itong matrix C. Okay? Then, 3 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 2. Then, 0 plus 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Okay? And 2 plus 3 is 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 plus 1 is 5 minus 2 is 3. And 5 plus 4 minus 1 is 8. So, this is our matrix A plus B minus C. Okay? So, ganun lang, class. Ganun lang mag-add or mag-subtract or mag-add-subtract at the same time ng mga matrices. Okay, pwede siyang sabay, pwede magkakahiwalay, depende sa pinahahanap. Okay, so basta lagi ang tatandaan, pwede lang tayo mag-add and mag-subtract ng mga matrices given that pareha sila ng size na matrix. Okay? Next, we have the matrix multiplication. So, dito naman class, medyo nakakalito ito. Ayun, so dapat nating intindihin kung paano yung matrix multiplication. So, the product of two matrices is possible if and only if, ayan, so meron tayong if and only if dito. So, this is the condition na pwede lang daw tayong mag-multiply ng dalawang matrix if and only if the number of columns of the first matrix is exactly the same as the number of the second or the number of the rows of the second. Yun. Okay? So, naintindihan? Ulitin ko lang ulit ha. The product of the two matrices is possible if and only if the number of the columns of the first matrix is exactly the same as the number of rows of the second. So for example, the first matrix is 2 by 3 and the second matrix is 3 by 3. Then the product of the first and second matrices is a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so explain natin. So as you can see, meron tayong given matrix A and B dito. Okay? So para malaman natin na pwede silang i-multiply yung dalawang matrix is dapat daw for ganito. So, dapat daw ay equal or exactly the same yung number ng columns ng first matrix dun sa number of rows ng second matrix. So, ito ang ating first matrix. I-check natin kung anong size ng matrix na to. So, we have 2 rows and 3 columns. So, we have 2 by 3. Then, for matrix B, we have, this is 3 by 3. Ano? Obvious naman. So, this is 3 by 3. So, pwede lang tayong mag-multiply ng dalawang matrix kapag parehas yung itong dalawang to. Kumbaga, ganito ha. Ganito pinakang technique para malaman natin na pwede silang ipag-multiply. So, sulat lang natin siya ng magkadikit. So, we have 2 by 3 and 3 by 3. So, kunin lang natin ito. Kapag parehas yan, okay, so pwede siya ipag-multiply. Then, another thing, kapag pinag-multiply natin tong matrix A and matrix B, ang dapat niya maging sagot is yung nasa labas. So, dapat pag pinag-multiply natin to, ang maging sagot is 2 by 3. Okay? So, class, kapag ito magkaiba, kuwari ay ang ating matrix A ay 2 by 4. Then, yung ating matrix B ay 2 by 4. Then, okay? So, di siya pwede pag-multiply kasi yung nasa loob is magkaiba. Okay? So, dapat is magkaparehas lang. Then, yung nasa labas, siya dapat yung magiging sagot or magiging product ng ating dalawang matrix. Okay? So, let's have some example by using this given. Okay? Ayan. So, given matrix A and matrix B. So, paano natin siya i-multiply? Okay? So, ganito class. So, we have A cross B or A multiply B is equal to, ayan. So, ganito class yung mangyayari. So, we have 1, di ba? We have 1, 2, 3, and 0, 2, and 5. For matrix B, we have 1, 4, 0, 2, 5, 1, 4, 6, and 2. So, sulat ko dito ha, para maintindihan. So, di ba ang sagot dapat natin since this is 2 by 3 and 3 by 3. Okay. So, we have 1 here. Ganito muna una natin gagawin. So, we will, itong binilugan ko sa A, and yung binilugan ko sa B. So, this is our first row, and first column. Okay. First column. Ayan. So, ganito lang class yung gagawin natin. So, this one, 1 times 1, then 2 times 2, then 3 times 4. So, lahat ng product nila is pag-add lang natin. So, ganito yung mangyayari. So, we have 1 times 1 plus 2 times 2. Then, we have plus 3 times 3. Okay? Then, after that, again, ito, first row pa din, doon naman siya sa second column natin i-multiply. Okay? So, we have 1 times 4 plus 2 times 5. Then, we have 3 plus 3 times 6. Then, lastly, we have first row and yung third column naman. Okay? So, we have 1 times 0 plus 2 times 1 plus 3 times 2. Okay? Nasusundan ba? So, di ba dapat class ang maging sagot natin is 2 by 3? Ayan. So, dapat siya ay 2 by 3. Okay, next. So, dapat siya ay meron dalawang row at tatlong column. So, ito namang nasa baba na to, i-multiply naman natin siya dun sa tatlong column. So, paano naman? So, same lang din. So, we have 0 times 1. So, 0 times 1 plus, asan na ba tayo? 2 times 2 plus 5 times 4. Then next we have yung second row naman, times naman natin sa second column. So we have 0 times 4 plus 2 times 5 plus 5 times 6. Then yung ito namang second row, third column naman, so we have 0 times 0 plus 2 times 1 and plus 5 times 2. Okay. So after that, so as you can see, 'di ba? We have 2 rows, ayan, rows na tayo and 3 columns. Okay? So tama 'yan. Okay, tama yung ating naging solution. So anong sunod natin gagawin? Kailangan lang nating i-simplify. So next ko na. Ayan, so kung mapapansin nyo dito, ayan. So ito yung ginawa natin dun sa previous slide. So sinolve ko lang siya bago ko ipakita sa inyo. So after that, simplify lang natin. So another thing, I want to remind you kapag may mga negative sign. Okay, so be careful kapag may mga negative sign kasi minsan dun nagkakamali. Ano? Okay. So, ayan. So, ito na yung ginawa natin kanina. Sinimplify lang natin. So, simplify na lang dito sa part na to. Ayan, sa part na to, sinimplify na niya. So, we have 1 for, this is 1, then is 1. We have 4, we have 12. Then we have 1 times 4 is 4. We have 10 and 18. We have 0, we have 2, we have 6. Okay, so mapapansin nyo, meron siyang operation na plus, diba? So we just need to add. So we have 1 plus 4 plus 12 is 17. Then 4 plus 10 plus 18. 4 plus 10 plus 18 is 32. Then we have 0 plus 2 plus 6. So we have 0 plus 2 plus 6. We have 8. Then dito naman sa baba, we have 0, we have 4, and we have 20. 0, we have 10, we have 30, and we have 0, we have 2, and we have 10. So we'll just need to simplify it. So we have 24, 40, and 12. Okay, so this is our A matrix AB. Okay, so ito yung ating matrix AB. Okay, so sabi dito, thus BA is not possible. Bakit kaya? Bakit kaya BA is not possible? Okay, so yung makakapag-explain nito, ayan, so sige, yung makakapag-explain kung bakit BA is not possible, okay, kapag nabasa nyo to, chat sa GC, screenshot itong, screenshot, print screen, or picturean nyo itong slide na to, then explain, kasama ng screenshot, yung explanation nyo, kung bakit BA is not possible, then mag plus 2 sa first quiz natin. Okay? Plus 2 sa first quiz, yung makakasagot or makakapag-explain kung bakit BA or matrix BA is not possible. Okay? Using this, given pa din. Bakit kaya hindi pwede gawin yung matrix multiplication using this given matrix AB? Okay? Siyempre, ang susolve natin is BA ha, hindi AB. Bakit impossible or not possible yung matrix BA? Okay? So, screenshot sa GC, kasama ang explanation, plus 2 sa first quiz. Okay? Paunahan yun ha, paunahan. Next. Next, we have the scalar multiplication. So, for scalar multiplication, basahin ko lang ulit yung definition niya. If R is any real number, and A is an m by n matrix, then the scalar multiplication A by R is RA. Hence, RA is obtained by multiplying each element of A by R. Okay? So, sabi sa matrix multiplication, we have this R, which is any real number. So, any real number, kahit anong number, yung ating R, and A is an m by n matrix. Then, sabi daw, yung ating scalar multiplication A by R is RA. Okay? So, ang kailangan lang natin gawin para ma-obtain natin this RA is just multiplying each element of A by R. For example, we have R equal to negative 2. And our matrix A, ayan, is equal to this matrix. Then, we need to find RA. Basically, kailangan lang natin gawin for scalar multiplication is i-multiply yung R dun sa ating given matrix. So for the solution, we have RA is equal to negative 2 times the matrix or the matrix A. So negative 2 times 1, so we have negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times 1 is 1. Negative, is negative 2. And negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Therefore, this is our matrix RA. Okay? So, ganun lang yung scalar multiplication. Next, we have the transpose of a matrix. So, basahin ko lang ulit yung ating definition. If A matrix or if A is an M by N matrix, so we have A as our M by N matrix, then the transpose of A is determined by interchanging rows and columns of A. So in symbol, the transpose of A is A raised to T. So we read this as A transpose. Okay? So ang sinasabi naman kapag transpose of a matrix, given tayo ng isang M by N matrix, para makahanap natin yung kanyang transpose is we just need to interchange its rows and columns. Okay? So for example, we have this matrix A, B, and C, and we need to find its transpose. So we have to find A transpose, B transpose, and C transpose. So for A transpose, para mahanap natin siya, we just need to make this row as its column, and itong kanyang mga column naman ay yung magiging row. So mapapansin nyo, we have this. So itong ating, so yung niya naging column na dito, and yung kanyang column naman is naging row. We just need to interchange the rows and column. Okay? So for B naman, matrix B, so our B transpose is this. Ayan. So yung row siya, column siya kanina, naging row naman. Okay? So for matrix C, we have C transpose. Ayan, so 3 by 3 siya. Then this row is naging column. Ayan, and so on. And itong column naman is naging row. Okay? Pinagpapalit lang natin yung pwesto niya. Okay? Next. Ayan, so ayan. So those are the matrices and its operation that we have. So I think that's all for today. Okay, so yun lang i-discuss natin. So again, a reminder, kindly answer the following items. Okay, so syempre, ganun pa rin naman sa pinapagawa ko. Okay, magsisend pa din ako ng PDF file sa ating, or nung exercise nyo sa ating Google Classroom para dun kayo mag-submit ng inyong mga outputs. Ayan, so please be guided by this reminder and ng ating mga given exercises here. So, ang sundin na lang na doon sa papasagutan ko is yung isasend ko sa Google Classroom. Okay? Ayun. Thank you and God bless.